We are here in southeast Idaho, a product evaluator's paradise. Next to me is a 2013 Polaris RZR 900 XP LE, and also behind me is a 2013 Can-Am Maverick 1000R in its premium XRS package.
The last 2.5 months we've been running these machines side by side. We've gathered up a lot of interesting information, so we're going to talk about how they compared.
Let me bust out for you the technical specifications on this 2013 RZR XP LE. This 875cc motor produces 88 horsepower at the crankcase. Front travel is 13.5 inches, rear travel is 14 inches. It has a wet weight of 1,275 pounds. Its fuel capacity is 7.25 gallons.
The Can-Am Maverick is powered by a 975cc V-twin motor that produces 101 horsepower. The overall ready-to-ride weight of this vehicle is 1,415 pounds. In the cockpit, what I like about this machine is the instruments are right here in front of you. The instrument cluster gives you lots of information. Speed, tach, a lot of your maintenance requirements, and there's a lot of different information you can download as you're riding. The 5-link suspension on this side-by-side combined with this Fox racing shock gives you a very high level of confidence. What I've noticed as I've been driving it, I keep pushing it harder and harder, and I'm impressed how much more there is. And in reality, I feel like that there's a lot that I've left on the table. As I get to know this machine more, we'll continue to push it harder. But it corners extremely flat, extremely predictable. Other features on this machine that I like is the seat. Surrounds you, you got a very good feel in the seat. It's a little bit taller than the RZR. The XRS model for 2013 does not have available power steering. During slow speed operation, you'll notice you'll get a little bit of feedback through the wheel, and it's a little harder to turn. But once you engage in very high speed operation, you never notice it. In fact, I kind of prefer the feel of the non-power steering. It can come in 4 performance modes. In the standard mode, it limits the horsepower to 70% of the output of the motor. The performance key, you put it in and you'll get 100%, and then you can click on the sport mode, which will increase your performance in both key positions. So if you want maximum output of this motor, you would have the performance key or the black key installed, and you would flip the toggle switch to the sport mode.
The 2013 Polaris XP is a sure-footed side-by-side. The 900 motor dumps its power really well down to the four wheels. In two-wheel drive, it drifts really well through the corners. The XP here is a light side-by-side and is very agile. However, at really high speeds, the dynamic power steering is a little too sensitive and too light. Oftentimes will overcorrect. Because of this, we would recommend that Polaris put a 2-speed motor on this to slow down the steering. The RZR XP LE is equipped with 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive that is on demand. With an easy flip of the toggle switch, a driver can roll it into 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive depending on demand and need. In 2-wheel drive, obviously power is delivered to the rear wheels, which will allow the RZR to drift in and out of a corner. In 4-wheel drive, all power is applied to the wheels and you'll have greater stability down through the corners. The RZR has a real good cockpit. It's roomy, however, the footrest by the wheel well is cramped. And I would like to recommend Polaris to open this up a little bit to give the driver some more foot room, especially for the left. The dashboard is clean and uncomplicated with a center mounted gauge for quick viewing. I find that the RZR is a pleasant vehicle to drive. It's light, it's agile as I mentioned before. It applies the power down to its wheels really quick. However, I am a little critical of the steering, as I mentioned. I think it's too quick at high speeds, and oftentimes the steering wheel floats up too much. There's too much slop in the steering post. And in rock climbing descents or in hitting moguls, sand moguls, the steering wheel jumps up and down a little bit too much. I think it needs to be secured to give that driver a little bit more confidence. I like the visibility. The roll cage is out of the way as far as peripheral vision, and a driver can see anything to his right or to his left. But this Polaris RZR XP LE with electronic power steering is a nice product. Loves to be ridden.
Yesterday in the desert near here, we brought in 2 highly qualified test riders. We set up a 1.25 mile long timed course where we used our Brower timing system. As the riders was going through this course, we noticed that a very clear pattern started to emerge, and that is that both of them were pulling faster, consistent times on the RZR until one of our riders pulled a 7-second faster time on the Maverick. After he done this, of course I accused him. I says, did you cheat? Did you run the full course? How did you get 7 seconds off of your time? He simply stated that he gained a lot of confidence in the suspension on the Maverick, and he kept it pinned through all of the S corners. And that's how he gained those 7 seconds.
Customer satisfaction equates equally to fun factor. For me, in riding these 2 side-by-sides for the past 2.5, 3 months, this is what I've learned. On fast trail attacks, the RZR XP is fun. It drifts well. Its suspension handles high-speed maneuvers with simpleness. However, I have to give the Maverick the highest level in confidence due to its weight, its horsepower, and the way the suspension with its very nice shock system handles ruts, moguls, and also rocks. The Maverick is a very solid and secure side-by-side. It isn't as fast as the RZR. The RZR is wicked fast. It's light, it's agile, but there is confidence in the stability behind the Maverick.
Our editor at ATV.com always is asking us to name a winner. I hate it when he asks us this question. Personally, I could own either one of these vehicles, and I've had a lot of fun on them. But I look at it this way. Both machines have the same retail price, but I would stress 101 horsepower here, a front bumper, premium shock package, beadlock rims, adjustable driver's seat, easy operating side nets, a 2-key system. These are all features that come above the RZR, and it's hard to overlook because they're premium features. On the other hand, if I was trying to sell the RZR over the Maverick, the first thing I would push, the first thing I would stress is power steering. Slow speed operation, this makes it a lot more enjoyable to drive, and I believe that when it comes time to resell this vehicle, the first question that you're going to be asked by any callers is, does it have power steering? This is a very established vehicle with ample amounts of aftermarket products, and all of this to me adds value to the RZR.
All right, let's nail this down. Bang for buck, $17,799 in the garage, delivered with awesome standard features. Got to go with the Maverick. But if you're a performance guy, and if you want turbos, and if you want cosmetics, and well, and to lighten up a chassis, then you got to go with the RZR, because this is what we find in the mountains and in the trails and on the dunes, is this RZR and a whole lot of aftermarket parts. And when you throw a turbo on this girl, well, I'm here to tell you something. Lights out, because you're going to stretch out your arms and the RZR's gone. There you go. Your choice. Stock for stock, bang for buck, Maverick. Performance, fun, RZR.